the academia. Ugh, what happened this time?
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens. From that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the kingdom of darkness. The first crowned heir began
A blade. It embraces its duty as a jeweler.
Not now! Nice and spicy! Let the show begin! Cold, mine to command! My guiding stars!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge the...
La 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 la! Hey, yeah! Stars, shine for me! Not now! My guiding stars! Let's dance! Ready, steady, go! Don't be scared.
Oh, so sorry.
Not now. You're toast! Oh, mine to command. The night is cold.
Cool it.
Don't be scared.
You're in for a little shock. Let's spark.
Magical lamp! Eat this! Try this on side! What's this? Just like
Freeze!
Out of my way!
This moment will be frozen.
Try not to.
Our bond is strong!
I'll protect us.
This dance is for you!
Come on, we can do it. Right this on the side.
All eyes on me!
La 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 la. Just like we rehearsed. Commit it to memory. Let's dance. Sharing my knowledge. Grow.
You're in.
Come on, we can do it. Go, Barbara, go.
Let's spark things up a little. Blitz, come on.
The Temple of Wisdom. Your toast. Baba, get them. Yeah. Yeah. Commit it to memory. Yeah. Hey. Sharing my knowledge. Ready, steady, go. I'll protect us. Hey,
Try not to enjoy.
this way through. Hey! Isn't that Nahida? Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here! Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to? Seems like you... How about you? What? I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving Irminsul. I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But... Why is that? Don't worry, we'll help you remember. Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you. Ooh, it's beautiful. I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but it's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine. But yet, it's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is. Traveler, do you have any ideas? You know, Nahida, we just happened to be going on an event. Thanks, you two. Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot...
Hey, get out! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come. Last warning! Get out!
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendroark...
Please. It seems that it wants us to follow it. You can understand. Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotion, I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's in dire need of our help. Well, fungi are kinda cute. That's true. Okay. Alright, lead the way, little fungus. Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see. It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting. That's not too different from how humans think sometimes. That's what I meant by shared emotions. It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus. Seems like they might... So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help... Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental... Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness. What is it, Nick? Strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form. Huh? An element? Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature around it. As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus. Exactly. This is a first even... But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it faints.
So do you think it'll wake up if we...
Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what... My power was compatible. Looks like everything...
Lord of Dendro? Is it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can...
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seeing as I'm just as shocked as you are.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't...
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking. So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors, just like fungi and slimes.
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than Paimon.
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. That's fine. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice. Me. It says that it's very thankful for your help.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. We were victims of the apocalypse.
The apocalypse?
I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like some kind of old fable.
It's a long and complicated story. It will take me some time to explain.
Don't worry, we'll listen.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert?
It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but that may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could did you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away as the contamination inside of me was purged.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of possibility.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, I would have lost more than just my knowledge and memory. And not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden knowledge, right?
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
My home should be safe. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I was unable to fulfill our calling.
It's not your fault. Every species paid a... You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end. I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And as for the city, there are a few nice kids that should be willing to help.
Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand.
Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now. That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so...
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement. You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to an end.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry. There are also some blurry segments in my memory as well, but I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is...
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't...
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
There's something that I'm very concerned about. Yes. I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the crystal is very similar to mine, yet also different? The elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus.
What?
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented its race. I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memories. That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished business.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland, but I'm unable to come up with... Agreed. I really want to send them home.
The road here is a little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road! Ah! Enemies! You're up, traveler!
Shine down!
Insolent.
Up your sleeve!
Barret, my apologies. Shine down. Whirling snow. My apologies.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to find...
Hey! Paimon has been meaning to ask.
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to the environment. After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that fungi are the life form most adapted to live in these lands. Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi.
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment. I don't think that should surprise. Your hand is shaped like that for a reason. So you are able to... The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators. We are dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land. That is why we are so adaptable.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could...
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that happen. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. Putting it as simply as possible, changing form requires energy, and energy comes with time. You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth.
Ah, you're so smart, Nahida!
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what you would call growth. A most beautiful...
How much farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh, no! Paimon was just curious. Paimon isn't that tired.
You seem to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head?
We can figure out who will carry who later! We have lots...
I think we may have a different understanding of carrying someone. No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is always happy when I put it on my back.
Child? You mean the fungi we...
Yes. One was my friend, and the other was my child.
Why can't your kid speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand some human language, so I gave it...
Oh, then it must be a really,
You have an odd taste.
Huh?
Strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only Paimon would be...
That's right!
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten. Yes, I must remember it before I return. It's just as important as my homeland. Yes, this way. We're almost there.
It's the wither.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that before. It's the last form we take when we are at the end of our life.
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they become a tumor of the withering.
Yes. I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for the Lord of Dendro's help.
So, this is how the withering... Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the withering. But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the withering remains even after forbidden knowledge has disappeared. They've been tormented, but what is sad and...
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the fields. Each bloom represented... They grew in the pristine lake. They grew everywhere. But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power. After an adventurer clears the withering, I will quietly draw near the area. If I can sense the elemental power of my companions, then I take them with me.
But that would mean the effects of forbidden knowledge could have...
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope that they can all make it back home. It's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like this. Now that we finally have the chance to return home, each one I manage to bring back will make...
I understand. So you're worried about... It's fine. Forbidden knowledge doesn't exist anymore. It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with...
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about. Then let's do this! We've dealt with...
I see everything!
Delve into destiny. Take flight. Embrace the ice. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Erase all threats. Fate is upon you.
Make yourselves a room!
Sakura swirl. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of, so it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it could have held on.
I hope that you will be free of this pain.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have turned...
It's okay. As long as elemental power still exists, then we will still be around. An external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change.
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able... But I will cure all of them. Even if it's just for the sake of the rainforest and all the life forms that live in it.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Hold on. see. Okay, so they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them. It's currently unconscious.
It must be in a similar situation as I was.
Okay, we're close now. It's just a little further inside.
But there are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi, right? Yeah, they won't be happy to see us.
No fighting. These are all... Although we belong to different species, we've spent a long time... They can be reasonable, as long as we try to communicate.
What should we do? You're the only... But you'll need Nahita's power if you want to save that...
I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to change into a fungus?
You want to transform into a fungus?
Nahita is a god! Changing into a fungus should be a piece of cake for her!
Even gods can't bend the laws of time so easily.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. We may not, but if spending some of my power will guarantee the safety of you and its family...
All right. You have great elemental power, so you may be able to do it. You will have to use power equal to that which is required to break through the limitations of time. I will lend you the relevant...
Alright, I'm ready.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about. I am extremely serious about...
Alright! Let's not get hung up here!
Okay.
Wow! You really turned into a fungus!
It's actually not too bad. My perspective in this form is the unconscious fungus is just...
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll get close to them while you make it... You should be able to identify them using elemental. Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind. As long as I'm able to see you, then I'll be able to hear your answer.
Okay.
Let me lure away the fungi.
Alright, good luck, Nahita. Let's go.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It seems they didn't notice me. It seems that fungus won't be moving for the moment. This is the spot. There are several fungi here. I'll hide and wait for the trap. So this is the one. Understood.
Nahita? What's wrong?
I never knew that it was so tiring to change forms like that. I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like its warnings were not unfounded.
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. A great price is to be paid if you wish to perform drastic. Thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan.
I apologize. Language is not easy. Need long time.
It's okay, I have good news. Let me explain it.
Apocalypse ended?
Yes. Unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is.
Really? That's great! Home. Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes! The Dendro Dragon! I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably never expressed such emotions before.
Oh, wait a minute. Paimon's confused. Do you mean the Dendro Dragon as in an elemental dragon?
Yes, they're both dragons, but Apep, the Dendro Dragon, has been around for longer and has accumulated dense elemental, but I don't quite understand. Why would...
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside. Very big. Mountains. Water. Trees. Us.
There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. The Dendro Dragon nurtured the earliest life forms and protected us inside of itself. It once told us However, that day never came. Our homeland...
Paimon's still confused.
Yes, a very good example. It appears that you're much smarter than Paimon. The only difference is that the Dendro Dragon is much, much larger than any Dendro slime.
Wait, then if that's the case, doesn't that imply that Apep has also been contaminated by...
Yes, that is correct. What has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of Dendro?
Apep is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of its body a long time ago. Which means that if all the forbidden knowledge has been eliminated...
then a big void will also form inside the dragon!
I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in... No wonder I haven't seen Apep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it due to the destruction of King Deshret's civilization? But anyway, Apep disappeared and has been gone ever since that time. It's been enduring unimaginable pain all the while. Yes! How could I have... If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form, and Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to overgrow. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Sumeru will no longer be suitable for sustaining light.
Hey, what about the crystal? What?
Yes, I'm sorry. Have you two ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like something from our homeland, but I don't know what it is. I'm sorry,
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did before. I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now. Let's wait for their reply again.
Thank you.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile. After seeing you save it, its family is very...
Go home, leave. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I worry if waiting, then I hope...
Don't worry. I understand what you are trying to say. Family is very important to us. Can you do one last thing for it while we wait?
Of course. I can relate to how it's feeling. I need to organize my thoughts as well.
Thank you. Tend don't like...
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the food is grown in, and the other is to drive away the plants that are trying to invade the area.
Soil. There. First. Seed. Here. Paimon understood that. No need to translate.
Shadows of fate!
We planted all the seeds! It's time to handle the invading plant life!
Let me scry! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
That should be all. Yeah, I've calmed down now. But it doesn't seem like there's too much we can do until we receive some new leads. Can you tell us about the Dendro Dragon? We don't know anything about it. Who is it? And what does it have to do with King? Well, Sumeru was a... Oh, not at first. Back in an attempt to adapt to its new environment, Apep changed... No wonder those two elemental life forms are always talking. Apep has always seen itself as the master of Sumeru, and has refused to recognize the new order that was established. Even now, it probably still holds great hostility toward the gods. However, powerless against the power in the sky, and then the forbidden knowledge many millennia later, it's been unable to stir up any trouble. Conflicts between the two sides are destined to continue until a balance can be found. As far as I know, Apep had been slumbering in the desert, and King Deshret had taken a great interest in it. Maybe this is why Apep was content. I'm not sure what may have led it to become involved, but rescuing it is definitely our top priority right now. The crystal that I have in my possession is probably the key that links the two matters together.
Thank you, Lord.
You really like them, don't
Family. Like. Do you not?
That's not what Paimon meant.
Does that matter? Family likes me.
What it's trying to say is that as long as family members get along, you place importance on appearances, but we do not. We find the experiences, knowledge, and connections we've made, these are all things that are more reliable than mere external appearances. These are the fruits of time, and the...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Looks can always change, so what's inside? It wouldn't matter. Paimon... Oh? Still nothing new from the forest. Seems like we won't be able to find your other family members for now. It appears we are out of leads to follow. And if no one knows how this crystal works, then the pet may be in danger. It's okay. It isn't your fault. I don't think it's a coincidence that neither of you can remember anything about the crystal. Maybe it's because the crystal has a very close connection to forbidden knowledge, which causes memories of it to be unclear. And if that's the case, finding the other fungi still wouldn't help us at all.
The crystal and the apocalypse. The apocalypse and memories. Lord of Dendro, do you still...
I do. What about it?
The prophecy is a story that connects events of the past and the future. A family member once said that the apocalypse is a part of us, and that there is value in preserving it. The rest of the family did not approve of its opinion at the time, so...
Preserving the apocalypse? Do you mean that there's still some that hasn't been
That's not very likely. The power of Irminsul covers every inch of the land. Did the prophecy say where that family member...
To the limitless depths east of Sumeru. A murky place that no one can return from.
Yeah, that must be the chasm, right? But what...
It's impossible to preserve forbidden knowledge, but... What if it can be converted to a different... I'm sorry if I'm suddenly not making any sense. However, I do... Follow me. I'll explain it once we find that elemental life form.
So that elemental life form came all the way here on its own and spent a long time by itself? Wouldn't it already have become the Withering like the others?
There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of something here. I'm referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It once repaired the rifts of Tevat. It has the ability to purify and stabilize powers that shouldn't exist in Tevat. Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form. Yep, it's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water's surface.
Another strange metaphor.
What the Lord of Dendro means is that the apocalypse was altered by the power of the giant spike and hidden within the oozing filth.
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here. Let's go. Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area. You two should be able to take care of it, right?
Yep, we know what to do. We'll just use the lumen stone on the oozing concretion.
Everyone hold in!
Delve into destiny. Shine down. My apologies. Illusion shattered.
Oh, we finally made...
It should be the life form from the prophecy.
That light!
Wait,
something dark is coming. What's going on? Didn't the heat...
Maybe it's because such a long amount of although the power of the oozing filth is more stable than that of the apocalypse, it is still it might have lost its mind after being soaked.
Oh no! But we still have...
I should be able to purge it with my elemental power. But this is our only chance.
Traveler!
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being a little hasty, mate.
Oh, yeah! You said that
You want to use its power.
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise caution. It's risky to use its power without fully
don't understand! There's no good dad!
Yes, I understand. But this is our only chance.
It's okay. How about this? Traveler, you could try. I understand that you have an amazing resistance to forbidden knowledge.
Don't overdo it, Traveler.
Lord of Dendro, and you others, how long have I been with—
Yay!
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Does that mean— Wait, did you—
I'm sorry. That portion of my memory is highly unreliable at the moment. I can't seem to
That sounds about right. After all, the purpose of my existence is precisely for those unreliable memories you speak of. You once said that the apocalypse will be completely eradicated, and that relevant memories will become unstable. Even you couldn't promise that you'd remember our agreement after those events take place. However, you are definitely someone who stays true to your word. My sacrifice is nothing compared to your resolve.
You and I made the agreement?
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able to survive here. To be honest, I'm nearing my end. I had thought I'd be stronger than this.
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
In order to preserve a somewhat stable memory, I had to change the power of the apocalypse into a different form. Only the giant spike that fell from the sky was capable of doing something like that. But the moment I is the moment I lost my chance of being But enough about me. Lord of Dendro, let's get to the important matter at hand.
I understand. Can you please tell me what—
This is a fire seed. It's an essential item for saving the Dendro Dragon. Thankfully, it appears to be in good condition. The Lord of Dendro and our people created this item together. It mimics how the Dendro Dragon's Heart of Oasis operates. The Dendro Dragon has been tormented by the apocalypse for far too long. It too is nearing. However, if you are able to reactivate its Heart of Oasis using the Fire Seed, then the Dendro Dragon will begin to recover. And as a result, our homeland will return to the way it once was.
Oh, so the Heart of Oasis is a pep source of power.
No wonder the crystal was able to heal this fungus just now. That's what it's used for.
What? You used the— That's— never mind. It's not your fault. The Fire Seed contains a high concentration of elemental power inside of it. It's very powerful, yet fragile at the same time. It is not stable in its current form. To prevent any accidents, please don't use it again.
Since I am its creator, I will take responsibility.
All right. Aside from being able to heal the Dendro Dragon, the Fire Seed can also resonate with the Heart of Oasis. In other words, you'll be able to find the Dendro Dragon by following the guidance of the Fire Seed. But you should hurry. There's the— Forget about me. You should hurry home now.
Everyone is returning home.
As I told you, I've already lost my chance to be saved by the Lord of Dendro. Lord of Dendro, I thank you for coming to find me. Our past has been saved. It's enough for me.
Hey! Wait!
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more? I can still feel its elemental power. Please, of all of us, it deserves the chance.
This is a small ball of light that it left behind.
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. It has all returned to its original elemental form and is becoming one with the other family members. Do not be sad, my friends. Its wish—
Because its external form doesn't matter.
Yes.
Let's go! Home. It's not much further. Follow me. I can feel its power lingering and shifting around us. Sometimes it feels distant, but other times it seems close. This is its way of warning us. It has already noticed our presence.
We won't be able to see anything if we keep going that way. Hey, look! Something's over there!
We found it. A pep, the Dendro Dragon.
Paimon knew it would be big, but not that big!
Puny god, puny human, leave my domain. Frail life forms like you cannot survive in the endless sands of the...
A pep, we're here to save you.
I do not need saving, especially not by you, brewer. You are no different from Amun. Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens. You're better off paying attention to your path ahead, as you will fall where you've fallen before.
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now. Can't you let go of your hatred?
Let go? For foolish brewer, you will find no gratefulness from me, even if you heal me. You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru and the seven...
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. Time will bring death to all. It's unavoidable. Although I am gravely ill, my mind I am different from the ancient dragons that came to terms with you.
There's no need for this. There's no point in fighting. What we need is the truth.
The truth. The shackles that the God of Wisdom cannot escape from. I have paid dearly for the truth, and you shall do the same soon enough.
Hey! Don't leave!
Careful! Something's coming!
Ah! What is that?
It's our family.
Huh? They're your family?
External form not important. And the composition of their elemental power is identical to ours. In other words, they're residents of our home.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
This is also a form of adaptation, although a most gruesome and pitiful one. Many of our family members never made it out of the Dendro. They've gradually taken this form in order to survive.
Is there any way to avoid fighting?
Hey! Can you guys talk?
They've given it their all just to survive.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. Only its power can temporarily free them from... All that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do so. Everything else has been discarded in the process of adaptation.
So this is the result of forbidden... Would our world become the same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to rampage across to that? Like fish struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world.
Yes, but please try to be gentle with them. They are not evil in nature.
Take flight! Let me scribe! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Paimon thinks they used up all their strength.
They want to go home. Yes. It was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their element? Years of torment is what It seems only the Fire Seed or a Pep's Heart of Oasis can save them. But it'll be risky if we use the fire.
Correct. We cannot use the...
Everyone goes home.
Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the Fire Seed. I can't bear leaving them. Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. It won't require much elemental power. But as long as I use my elemental power to stabilize it a little, it shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home, I'm not doing it after all.
I will stand with you, Lord of Dendro.
Yes. Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
Whoa. It's shining now.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. To imagine such growth could be achieved.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hope.
Yes, finally.
This is the last part.
Shadows of fate! My apologies! Take flight!
Committed to memory.
down to oblivion!
My apologies!
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
This cave is huge. Could this be where the Dendro Dragon lives? Yeah. Who knows?
Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but to also... That will be impossible if we can't get it to...
But how are we gonna do that?
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have a very different... However, we are both born of elemental power, and both we are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy.
Wonder if the Dendro Dragon's even willing to...
I don't care about what you believe in, who you hate, or what you've done in the name of hatred. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. And now that everything is over,
No response.
Your eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on the... If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so Please keep everyone safe and send us to the homeland.
Nahida, where are we? Huh? And what about the Traveler? Where'd she...
I was only able to ensure that we made it here safely. It's possible we arrived at different...
Well, then...
Yep, let's go.
Paimon knows that. Let's hurry. She might be just up ahead. What's that?
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and it'll restore a pep with the damage it suffered internally will also...
Then let's hurry and light it!
Alright, hang on.
Wait! The fire seed! What?
It shattered! It was even more...
But why? We barely used it!
I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire seed was... But if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way... And even if that's the case...
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed, which would be when we had first saved the town.
Oh no. Wait, if the fire seed... Oh... Do you...
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my responsibility. Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of elemental life forms, I gained a better... So, all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding some of my own.
And I'll be able to do what the fire seed was supposed to.
You're gonna...
Yes. It'll take a lot of power from me, but it still won't be anything compared to when I was in the desert. I might, however, become even smaller.
What happens if you...
I'll become a blade of grass or a twig. Basically, I'll return to how I was first born. I will be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can reverse the process of growth.
But you'll lose everything. You'll not only lose your appearance, but...
That's all right. None of that matters compared to the dangers that Apep is facing right now.
No, wait!
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru once I can still communicate with the world through the forest. It's just that you won't be able to see me for some time.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, she definitely wouldn't let... If we knew this was how you were going to take response...
I'm sorry, Paimon, but we're not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky.
No. The fire seed shattered, and Nahida's... she's...
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true. Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
We can go home.
Delve into destiny. Inazuma shines eternal.
The Temple of Wisdom. I see everything.
Kami-san's art. Sumetsu!
Whirling.
flight! Growth decided by destiny! Shadows of...
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Let me scribe! Written in...
Into destiny!
I learned a wonderful word. It's more, which means flight. It will be your name.
Illusion shattered!
Grow!
Whirling snow! Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Hey! Can you hear Paimon? Say, you fungi said that your form didn't matter, right? Then let us know that...
Their knowledge, memories, and emotions have been reverted to elemental power and released. They are no... The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power. Just as they did. They will be born once again now that they're one. There's nothing to be sad about.
But that's different! They will...
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. That's how it's destined to be. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else. Samara will be free from threat as long as your health is maintained.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However, what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded me.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated, greatly amplifying your hatred and rage.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs deep within me. Destroying you and your people serves me no purpose. Be that as it may, my position still stands, and I will have nothing to do with you. When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Yeesh! How come I respect your decision, and with time, I will prove to you before you begin resting. There is one last thing I would like. How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story. We all once believed in the distant past that only forbidden knowledge could give us enough power to defeat the heavenly principles. The Dragon King acquired the power of darkness from outside of this world, and led us in a fight against the order established by the outsiders.
Dragon?
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. The world in war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers must turn into ash. But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides, even after the death of the Dragon King. As I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, as it was on the verge of collapse, I was stopped by the giant spike that fell from the sky. Sand dunes arose where there was only forest. And it was as if even Sumeru itself was trying to tell me that the era of the dragons was over.
But you still didn't give up, did you? Because of Amun Al-Ahmar.
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata. His ambitions continued to grow, and he planned to establish a powerful kingdom in my domain. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his actions under one condition. The condition was that after his death, all the knowledge he came to accumulate would belong to me. At that time, I still harbored deep regrets. By the time the Dragon King finally returned, the world... Some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about our hatred from when the world was taken from us. And some died, leaving behind nothing but their bones. While others chose to... But for me, the scales and will of the Dragon King still shine bright in my heart. I will follow it until...
You really are insane.
When Al-Ahmar's proud kingdom collapsed, I swallowed him whole as I agreed, and absorbed his elemental power. However, what I gained was no benefit. No. I gained the apocalypse. I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control. I had no energy to analyze the knowledge he had accumulated. But even then, I still believed that his insanity was far greater than that of my own.
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his plan. Tiny Booer, and the rest of you, continue forward. I shall keep a watchful eye. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able to go? I wonder.
Hey! Looks like we've been sent back out! Still in one... The dragon will need to rest for a very long time before it is fully healthy again. It's not as ruthless as it was before. Curing the dragon of its illness has seemingly made it more... Nobody's in a good... Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some... Indeed. Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, they've lost their memories of their journey and their feelings for their homeland. Each opportunity for growth. Perhaps the immense power we released was the pouring out of all these irreplaceable emotions that had built up over time. Can you really call a place with no family your family? Right! The Hydra fungus left behind its family. Those two fungi might be waiting for it to return. Oh, yeah! What? I'm sorry. I really am. gone home and won't be able to return. Don't be sad. It's said that Muir is its most important. That's your name, isn't it? Oh. This is wonderful. They will definitely meet again. Someday.
Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
You are not
Take flight! Shine down! Sakura swirl! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! My apologies! Shine down!
Now you're testing my patience.
I'm always watching.
Take flight! Shine down! Now you shall perish!
A sight to behold. Right now, right here, right now.
Illusion shattered!
right now. Emerge, right now.
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Emerge, right now, right here.
Torn to oblivion!
You are not welcome here.
Embracios!
Let's end this now!
Gotcha!
I got you covered!
Illusion shattered! Take flight! Inazuma shines eternal!
Kamisaki!
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Whirling snow!
Ow! Fire them!
Here comes the catch. Take flight!
Don't get too close!
Busted! Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
Poison. This is about to get
Embrace the ice! Inazuma shines eternal! Take flight!
Supporting fire!
Illusion shattered!
Don't get too close!
My apologies! Touch! Become Inazuma shines eternal! I'm Deathless Wizard! My apologies! To oblivion! The magic flame of fleeting dream. Gotcha!
Committed to memory.
Quiet now.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Take flight! Embrace the ice!
You are not welcome.
Shine down! Gotcha! Inazuma shines eternal!
Surprise! Is that all you got?
My opponent! Take flight! Embrace the ice!
As expected.
I have to stop it!
Is that all you got? Let's at will meet again.
Sakura swirl!
Surprise!
Well, illusion shattered! Now you shall hear! Take flight! Whirling snow!
Now you're testing my patience.
Kamisato! Here comes the catch.
Process of elimination. Here you
My apologies. Get illusion shattered. Take flight.
will meet again.
Add Astro.
Take flight!